Hey everybody, Superfluous Jay here with another Factorio Archipelago, and I've done a little bit of work off camera out here on the archipelago. The spaghetti is gone and it's been replaced by different spaghetti. That different spaghetti though is slightly easier to stomach, I guess is the right word for it. What I've got here is, we'll start on coal here. All the coal is coming out, and all the coal lines, each line is being split so that their byproducts that aren't coal end up going out on this line. They go then through this box, which is slowly emptying onto this line, which snakes its way up here. Meanwhile, we've got all the iron mining coming up, doing a very similar thing. Each line that comes out, we split the iron off, and then everything else splits off a different way. Same thing over here with what is now our stone mining. Except for because stone is so small, we're just splitting them off. One thing of stone off this way, and everything else goes off this way. So, and then copper, copper, we're not even doing it all. I've laid down these miners to represent where we're going to put the copper, but currently we're not, because copper isn't being used enough to justify its own mining. It's kind of crazy. We're using everything else more than that. But then up here, we get all the iron out of the way, and then everything else routes up here. The stuff that isn't iron comes up through here. The stuff that isn't coal is on this line, and the stuff that isn't stone comes on this line. So we split the iron off of these two guys. This is the coal and the stone lines. Then we split the copper off of them, and then so coming out of here is coal, and coming out of here is stone. That comes up here, and then the coal comes over here. So coal, everything, and then the iron comes up, and then this is stone and copper and coal. And then we split the copper off and the stone and the coal off this way. So stone ends up going off this way, coal ends up going off this way, copper ends up going off this way, and then iron just feeds into the main iron line. And I have it set up here to prioritize the stuff that isn't iron, or that isn't from the iron mine, so that we make sure that these guys stay as clear as possible. So currently, the only thing coming in right now, the only thing being used is this, and it's still getting backed up a little bit because we're not really processing a lot. Also, this line from the boat that comes in, it's actually up here, and it gets not priority, if you want to think of it this way. The first priority is the stuff from the other mines. The next priority is stuff from the actual iron mine here, and then the last priority is the stuff coming in from the boat, because I want to get rid of this patch as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, all the stone comes down here, runs right through the stone miner, and then down here where it goes on the belt, and I don't think it even does anything on the belt. We are also generating all the military science we can, and we have all of our laboratories full, basically. They're having a little bit of trouble passing things along. I think that's because stack size is now 2. So I actually want to override the stack size and make it 1 on these guys. And then I want copy and then paste down and back up. Make sure that is pasting. It is. You don't want, if you remember from the tutorial series, the Factorio for Beginners, you want to set the stack size equal to 1, because these guys only hold 2 in them. So if he takes 2 out, then for a little while these guys aren't processing, which is bad. So so that way we're running fine as far as that's concerned. And you see here we're running all the military science stuff. It doesn't really matter what we research at the moment. I'm just trying to get it out of the way. And then we're going to start worrying about, while that's running, we're going to start worrying about, what do you call it? Oil. Now, oil. We have 2 choices though. We have, geez, I love the scanner range on these things. We have 2 choices with oil. We can find an oil patch on the ground, which to me feels a little pedestrian. Also, I don't actually see any. Or we can do some oil mining outside of our comfort zone, out in the water. And really, I'm looking at all these oil fields here, and most of them are in the 300 range, but then there's these two right here that are 1430 and 1499. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to tap these guys, and I don't know how. So we're gonna go and see what we got as far as oil processing is concerned. I'm assuming there's some kind of an off-site ship loading pump. Okay. Floating electric pole. Yeah, we know about that. Let's see. Where is the oil pump? There's the pump jack. I don't know if there's an offshore pump jack. Let's go out here and take a look. We need tanker ships, which we already have. Oil processing. And fluid handling. I don't see anything about... Yeah, it has ship loading pumps at the ports. But how do we tap... I mean, maybe it is just as simple as putting a pump jack in the water. Let's go ahead and craft a pump jack and see what happens here. Should probably get in our boat. Oh, somebody must have finished mining. Yep, one of the stone miners is done. We're gonna chew through stone pretty quick as we're doing all this military research here. Let's see, our boat's right here. Let's go ahead and hop in. I hate it when I do that. I hit Alt-Enter and everything goes to pot. Shift-Enter is what we want to do. So let's head up here. Apparently we cut off power to that, but not a big deal. That boat still has tons and tons of ore in it. Okay, here's a... oil thing, and this pump jack will not go on it. So do I do this? This doesn't feel right to me. But it does work. Is that what you're supposed to do? I literally have no idea. Let's go ahead and make one of these water pumps, floating pumps, whatever they were called. Ship loading pump. Maybe that's the whole pump jack. Needs 2 engine units, steel plates, and pipes. Let's head back to shore here. This is a learning experience. We're learning. See, I didn't want you to come here and watch me do spaghetti-ness with the belts. I wanted you to come here and watch me flail with the new mods. Okay, so we need engines, which I don't think we're making yet. We haven't had any need for them, but they have to be made in a factory. So I'm going to plop down a factory really quick here and just make some engines. All I need is 2 of them for our test. As far as I know, I'm not making engines. That might be a good thing for this one to be. Actually, no, we have to be making engines because we're making trains. That's right. So let's, we'll take enough to make 3 of these offshore pump things. And maybe, yeah, like I said, maybe this is the actual pump jack. Special pump for loading and unloading tank ships. Can be placed on water. Don't collide with ships and need to be placed close to waterways. I don't even know what that means, but let's go ahead and make one and find out what they do. We'll also make a regular pump. Not an offshore pump, a regular old pump. There we go. Should have my car. Actually, I left my car somewhere. I think it's over here on the shore. So easy to forget your car. And your boat. Okay, shift enter. Okay. So if necessary, we can put a pump jack on a thing like that. But I want to see here. If I go up to, I'm going to go up to this one, I guess, right here. And we're going to take this ship loading pump. It doesn't feel like it's set up correctly. It's just that it can be placed on water. That's the only thing special about that. And then this one can't. So, what I want to do is come down here and get this pump jack. I have a feeling that there's a way to do this in the mod, but I'm just not seeing it. I don't actually want this oil thing, because it only has a yield of 425. I think I just erased that. Huh. Well, that's something you gotta keep in mind. Placing landfill and removing it totally deletes the oil patch there. So that's something to make a note of. Do not do that on these good ones here. So we're going to go boom, 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 and boom. We're going to put this pump jack here. We're going to put this water pump right here. They need power. It shouldn't be a big deal, but I'll put that there for now. Then we want a water line. Probably something along the lines of this. We also want one of these long tanker boats, which needs engines and storage tanks and a bunch of other junk we don't have. So I'll worry about that later. We have ports and stuff, so we'll put the port here. If the tanker boat is any similarity to the other boat, it's going to be massive. So we'll deal with that. And I guess the rest of it is we need a thing at the shore. We really need one of those tankers. So we're gonna set up a tanker boat. We will set it up at shore. And actually, we need to decide where we're going to do this, because I was planning on not doing it on the mainland. I'm thinking we need an island, say this one maybe, that is dedicated to processing petroleum. This one. I kind of like this one because it's a little bit bigger. But we're going to have to, conquer it first, which implies we're going to have turrets, which we have. We need bullets, which we can pick up, and we need all that stuff. So let's go ahead and plan for that. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to come down here and get my car. My car is right there, yeah. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make this boat. We're gonna crash into a power pole. We're gonna crash into the power pole again. Crash into that power pole. Then we're gonna make it through. Okay. So we need to make one of these big boats, and for the big boat we need engines. And I don't know what else we need. 6 storage tanks, so we just need a bunch of steel and a bunch of iron. That's what we need. That should do it. No, we still need more steel. There we go. Tanker ship. We got that. Now we need a ton of bullets, which we're making right here. And I think 400 is probably fine. We also could use some more turrets. Let's go ahead and let's also put this turret down so our robots will fix it. There we go. And we should now be all set to... Oops. head over and take out those biters, and then set up our oil processing area. Probably just going to take the biters out this episode, and then we'll set up the oil processing next episode. Probably should have grabbed my car, but oh well. I also have no idea what the biter situation is going to be over there. Once we get over there, we'll find out. It's quite a long way, but you know what? I don't care. Also, I should check all these oil patches. 323, that's like nothing. Can I drive through these? Yes, I can. It's hard to see them while you're... Okay, now it looks like this biter base is actually on its own little island. That is not actually true. I wish this boat had a... I wish this boat had a... gun on it, but it doesn't. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to secure this little gap here. I put a turret here just in case things got out of hand. I had to retreat to the boat. But now, in case things go out of hand and I have to retreat to here, just have a little front line. And look at that, they're already coming. Looks like we already have the bigger biters, which is a little concerning. Okay. Should be able to shoot him from there. Oh, it put bullets in my gun. That's annoying. Ah. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, we got one more nest. I guess I gotta kill the worms, which is annoying. Oh my god, I had the wrong gun chosen. Boy, it's like the game just wants me to lose. Okay, I've killed one worm. Anybody who watched my beginner series knows that I am terrible at combat. There we go. But I can kill biters if I have to. Okay, so we've conquered this little island here. There are biters up here that we need to worry about. So let's go ahead and worry about them. Where exactly are they? They're up here. Okay, so let's I think I can anger them. We're not yet at the point where we need to worry about. There we go. We're not at the point where we need to worry about massive retaliations, although this looks like a pretty big nest. I'm still gonna go for it. We'll set up a couple turrets here so we can fall back to them. Okay. And we're starting to get big biters, which is disturbing, considering I've barely... Whew. Oh, that's exactly what I don't want. Okay, let's eat some fish. I know I have fish. Fish are definitely useful if you're smart enough and good enough to use them, which I don't think I am. But I'll still try. Okay, how many bullets do I got? Oh, tons. There we go. And then I walk through the slime patch. Anyway, okay. The good news is now all the biters are dead. So this island is now mine. It belongs to me. I don't have to share it with anybody. The first thing I'm going to do is clear off the trees near the shore and set up my port and my boat and all that stuff. So let's head back down here and we'll figure out where we want to set up shop. Here's where I docked. I think right here is actually a really good spot to set up the boat, because we could probably set up 2 docks, and I think we're going to need 2 docks. And I don't have any qualms about putting little patches over all these, or even running them all the way from here to here. So let's go ahead and plan for that. Let's just run this across, straight across here like that. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Give myself a little bit of extra room. Okay. Then we're going to run this boat line like we did before. I guess right here. We'll just run it down like that. Okay, let's get the boat itself. We want him to come down this way, I guess, and somewhere around here. Set up this port. I guess it has to be here for some reason. It's weird. It's letting me put it here. But it's not showing up as an option. But you know what? I don't care. So let's put it right here. And then we'll name it Dio Crude. And then you are going to go to Dio Crude and just go there. But you have no fuel. There you go. 4 copper or 4 coal. So that right there is where you will drop off crude oil. Let's see if the regular pump will connect to you now. Where's the regular pump? There it is. Oh, we need power. Well, that's annoying. Because we have no easy way to get power over here except for... Can I pick up my boat? I can't. Sweet. Okay, we're going to put you offshore. And we'll put a friend of you right here. And we'll put my boat right somewhere. There you are. Okay, slow down. Okay, there we go. Now I can drag this guy along. As soon as we get this guy connected over here, ideally we'll be able to see whether or not that pump works. I probably should have set up a radar over there because I have a feeling he's out of radar. He's not out of radar range, and he did not connect though. So that means we need another one of these underwater pumps or water pumps. Where are they? Build a water pump. There we go. For all I know, it has to be one of these ship pumps. I could definitely use a speed upgrade. Like a speedboat addition to this mod. Unless maybe it has one, I don't know. But what we're going to do here is we're going to, when we drop off the crude and then run it through all the processing, we're not going to use boats to send it back. The boats are really only for the absolute rawest of materials. What we're going to use for this is, let me pick this guy up and try this pump. Well, maybe it would have worked, but he just doesn't have any fuel, any liquid in him. I don't know. Well, we'll figure it out. But anyway, the big idea is we're going to do all the processing up here, and then we're going to run a train back around, maybe like through all these islands like this, just so it looks kind of cool. And then we're going to still do some processing back here and probably do blue science here. But then the ultimate goal is to have each island be its own kind of little thing. But that is all next time. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. I'm going to step away from this boat because it's loud. I'm Superfluous Jay, and I will, as always, talk at you later.